Here goes. Look, this video is going to hack people off, but it's got to be said. And look, I'm not saying what I'm going to say without any experience in it, right? Because I have seen a traumatic event, okay? And I'm not saying that what I'm saying is accurate, because everybody could react differently. So it's not completely out of the realms of possibility. But I want us to think about this, right? So check this out. So what we're saying is Dylan, one of the surviving roommates, didn't make a call to 911 for several hours. We're looking at about 8 hours, okay? And a lot of people are saying that she didn't make the call because she was in this frozen shock state. Frozen shock. She'd seen a traumatic incident and that had rendered her non-compos mentis. And I thought to myself, well, what did she see? At the point where she entered this frozen shock state, what did she see? She'd heard noises and she'd put that down to the dog being played with. She's in a house that other people frequent. There's parties and stuff going on. There's people coming and going all the time. They seemingly weren't that worried about the place because the doors were left unlocked. But she does see a guy dressed in black who's simply walking and walks out. That's what she says. Now I have to wonder whether that could be conceived as a traumatic event that would leave you in such shock that you cannot use a telephone. You're done. That's it. Game over. You're out for the count. Out like a light. Until you wake up, you jump on the phone and you call friends. Not 911, friends. Tell me how. Look, if this has upset you, look, I'm sorry. I don't do these videos to upset. I do them because I want to look at every single aspect of things. And in order to cover every single element, every single aspect, and be completely fair across the board, you have to consider everything. And I was left thinking to myself, what had Dylan seen? You know, don't get me wrong, has she seen something that she doesn't know she's seen? Did she actually witness everything happening and she's just forgotten about it? Possibly. But I will leave that with you. Surviving roommate in the house. The other surviving roommate we've not heard anything from. She's not even speaking. Not saying a word. And the one who is sort of in the limelight, maybe the one that's not saying anything, is because she's seen what's happening to the other. Yeah, that's plausible. Fuck that, I ain't getting involved. Look what you're getting. But it doesn't make sense, guys. To me, it doesn't make sense. Like I say, I'm not saying what I'm saying out of a place of ignorance. I've watched a traumatic event. I've seen traumatic events. And even the first one that I saw was a young 13-year-old. I'd have still been able to use a telephone. And I certainly didn't go to sleep for 8 hours. Something horrific happened in that house. But from what we know, Dylan didn't know about it. She hadn't seen it. She'd heard noises. She'd put that down to something else. And she saw someone who was simply walking out of the house. She went back in her room, locked the door, and wasn't seen or heard from for 8 hours. You tell me. Make it make sense. And I'll catch you later today.